Yo, what it do, YouTube? We are back with another one, a banger like this here. I am your boy DJ from RCE Royal Caribbean Exotics. My co-host, he's on the way, y'all. He's on the way. He got caught up with his job, but he will be tuning in tonight. I am joined here by the Stranger Danger cast. Stranger Danger, what up? What up, family? What up?
What's good?
Hello.
Good.
See, look, so last time I had the Sunset Gang on here about a couple of weeks ago. They turned it up. They had Steven from Leviathan Snakes, Road, had Pressure P from Justin from Pressure Pythons. I had a whole all-star cast. So I've been talking y'all up. You know what I'm saying? Stranger, I'm definitely one of those trying to get into Stranger. So you know what I'm saying? We got to make sure we show out tonight. You feel me? You did.
Absolutely.
Yes, so we will be joined. Those of y'all who don't know, if y'all missed the little promo video I was posting on my page or whatnot, we will be joined by another big hitter in the game. All these people right here, even from smallest, I think they're new 6 months to a year to 2 years to 3 years, 10 years in the game. Everybody that's on here is a big hitter to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I respect everybody the same. I love all y'all the same. You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, we do it because we love it. You know what I'm saying? So, and, you know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody to ever feel like they smaller than the next man, because y'all will never be smaller than the next person. You feel me? Especially in my eyes. But let me go ahead and tell this. Let's see who in the chat real quick. Okay, Stan the man. Y'all don't know, you know what I'm saying? We definitely had that benefit option for Stan not too long ago. A week ago, actually. You know what I'm saying? There was some dope snakes in there. Billy from Mutation Creation came on, showed love. Oh, Billy dropped some good stuff in there. I think my boy Jesus got everything off of there too. The auction guy himself. What it do, Rick Rowe? My boy Rowe, Sunset Gang on there. You gotta represent Big Rowe. I got Eddie from Static Morse on there. That's Prophecy's other half. Prophecy's other half. We got Mark. What up, Mark? Brotherhood Exotics. Mitzi, my sister from another mother. Smash that like button. Y'all gotta show love, man. Show love. We got Mark. Well, Eddie. Showing more love to everybody else in there. EWG, Exotic World of Geckos. What's good? We got Ken. I appreciate you for showing love. Hey, Ken been rocking with me since day one, bro. Y'all don't know. I definitely rock with Ken a long way. Like, Ken has been showing nothing but love to me, even on his platform. You know what I'm saying? Been keeping me grounded, letting me know to like stay focused, keep grinding, no matter, you know what I'm saying? Whatever you see, like if it ain't moving as fast as I want to, you always let me know to keep my head on straight and tell me to keep doing what I gotta do. You know what I'm saying? I like that. I appreciate that. Malik's Freaks, you might be new here. I ain't never seen you before. I don't think I ever seen Malik Freak before, but we're gonna have to show you how we get down over here.
Malik, yeah, they good people.
Oh yeah. Yo, Wiz. Hey man, I just joined Wiz his Patreon not too long ago. You know what I'm saying? A little Wiz thing. I can finally do that now. But another brother from another mother, man. But he gave me an exotics. Carissa, what up? Stan showing love to Prophecy. Prophecy Stan calling you out. Say what up.
Stan already knows I love him, bro.
We got Celtic in the building.
Yeah,
sure. We got some new people in here now. Arvin from Game of Odds. I never met Arvin before. Have y'all ever seen Arvin before? I ain't never seen
Game
him.
of Odds. I know it. He goes on my IG lives.
Okay. Yeah, man, let's go. I appreciate you coming through. Hopefully you'll tune in more often and you're gonna stay along for the ride with us, you know. I sent you the link. You should be getting on here with us. You should tell me you want to get on and talk about this Stranger Gene. Come represent for the Stranger Gang. You already know where the link at. Once again, y'all hit that like button for me, man. I appreciate y'all. All right, y'all. So I know y'all. I'm gonna let everybody introduce themselves first, because I know a lot of the people that on my ends of things probably are not familiar with all the faces on the screen just yet, but they will be tonight. They will be tonight. So we're gonna start with the lady first, ma'am. I'm gonna blow you up. You let everybody know who you are, where you're from, what you got going on, please and thank you.
Thank you very much. I'm Jen. I'm from Hi-Vis Pythons. I've been in the ball python breeding game for since April, so 6 months, 10 months. But as of today, I think I get to maybe call myself a ball python breeder because I had my first lock from my first pair. So building my head army of GHI, double hide ultra mills. So super excited about that. I'm based out of Chicago. So, shout out to my Chicago friends, Chicagoland friends, Ball Python Breeder Collective. Chicago.
It's lit. Yes, yes. Big bro, let them know what's going on.
What's going on? So it's Will Creations. My wife Audra. Tonight we've been doing this thing about 20 months, give or take a few weeks here or there. We closed up our first season, 43 clutches, and we're entering our second season. We branched off and diversified from floss-crested geckos and jumped deep in the strangers.
It's lit. I definitely appreciate you showing up, big bro. I know y'all be busy, man. He's the heavy hitter. And my main guy, the crew. Crewmates.
Hey, my name is the Rooster, aka OG Bobby Johnson, aka Prophecy. I got my part of Static Morphs, second part Static Morphs with my buddy Eddie. We got Stranger Clowns, we got DG Clowns, Hypo Stranger stuff. We're doing a lot of like double, triple recessive stuff. So
yeah. Shout out to Prof. And I will have some other special guests in appearance tonight. Special guests. But yeah, so let's give the people what they want. So let's just get straight into it if y'all don't mind. Y'all ready?
Let's roll.
Yeah, I don't think everybody else ready though, but you know what I'm saying? Let's get into what is Stranger. Anybody can take the floor at any moment. If y'all want to answer, we can talk about it. Let's get it.
Secret. I'm gonna call it the secret sauce.
The secret sauce. I like
the
that.
Secret sauce makes it's what makes pastel clowns look good. Makes just about everything look good. It's that secret sauce. It's that stranger sauce. That's why I like it.
It's same.
If you want the history behind it, or
we're talking about history.
Give us a little history right now first. Give us a little history.
All right.
Yeah, you give us the history lesson.
So Stranger came from a pairing from Roland from Iris Reptiles in Europe. He paired a pastel butter that was het for Murray, aka Monsoon, to a normal clown girl. But little did he know that this normal clown girl had a gene called Stranger in her, and basically whatever you throw this normal clown girl to produce strangers, basically. So that's why, the first pairing of strangers, everyone thinks they're strangers in for Monsoon because the first pairing, but there's only one pairing of that. So, but that female was paired again and kept producing strangers and strangers, but those didn't prove het for Monsoon. So they proved that the pastel butter was the one het for Monsoon, not the mom. So basically.
Oh wow. Yeah, I would have never thought that. I just thought it just a random. I thought it was another import situation from Africa. They just randomly found it and they just boom.
Just spontaneous mutation of a normal clown female.
I'm trying, Stan. You're gonna have to tell me how to turn people blue again because I forgot. I'm not gonna lie.
I think you had to make him a moderator.
Yeah, I thought I did, but then I did make Stan a moderator. I know all the people that's been rocking with me from since day one. I definitely made them moderators and I turned them blue. So I don't even know how did I even do this on here. I done forgot. I ain't gonna lie, I slipped my mind. I normally let Brandon do it. Yeah, but nonetheless, So, big bro, what how you classify a stranger on your end?
I mean, same way. It's kind of that dark sauce, that dark. I haven't seen a bad combo with Stranger yet. We went directly to the source, rolling twice actually because we buy two, kind of getting started and imported them in some special combos where it's kind of still untapped right now, and we're going down that Stranger puzzle route, Stranger puzzle clowns, double visuals and things like that. But yeah, Stranger mixed with like everything that I've seen looks good, including pastel.
Including Stranger definitely looks good with pastel. Bro. I'm not even gonna lie. Like people hate on pastel. Like pastel is like ugly duckling of the group, but pastel is actually right in the well, it looks right in a lot of the combos that I've seen that a lot of people are getting into now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I want to say puzzle. I want to see one of the
Puzzle.
Yeah,
Pastel puzzle is like.
Yeah, a lot of people, man, you know, even it. Honestly, I like the pastel ultramel. Like when I saw it in ultramel, I actually liked it. I didn't think it was gonna look. I mean, yeah, I know it's gonna have the blushed out head and everything, but I actually like it. You know what I'm saying? It's not bad to me.
Yeah,
you know,
but I think even non-pastel ultramel has a blushed out head. So, you know, you're not going to get real dark head on an ultramel because it's kind of already blushed out anyway. And at least from what I see in ultramels, and I've got a few of them. But I think, yeah, pastel in any of the T positives makes them look nicer. Pastel candy, pastel, monarch, all that stuff, I think looks really it gives it some oomph.
Yeah. Agree with that. I haven't seen too many pastel stranger puzzles, but seeing it firsthand and seeing it in person, it's a very unique interaction. The contrast with it is bright and dark at the same time. It's really hard to communicate, but we actually have one. It's not very out there.
What, a stranger puzzle?
Stranger, pastel stranger puzzle. I could show it if you want.
Yeah, bring it on.
You know, we love snakes.
Show and tell is the best part of this show.
I never thought there was a stranger puzzle. This is interesting.
I think if I'm thinking of the one he's going to show, I may have seen it on IG or somewhere.
Right, I haven't showed any pictures of it yet.
No. Okay.
That's interesting.
That is nutty.
Wow.
See, there was another one that I saw where like that back stripe, it was like darker and redder, and I didn't like it as much because it wasn't as busy on the back as I had hoped. But that one looks super, super cool.
Yeah.
That's it's like the puzzle and the stranger are just fighting for like what leads their mark the most.
Yeah.
And that makes it look really, really cool. I do like it. Yeah, I want to smooth it out. I want to add hypo to it.
Okay. You want to add hypo to everything.
You're right. I want to hypo the world, but that's what I would do there. I want to hypo that.
Another heavy hitter, but it would be in shed. I got a black pastel, stranger 66% hat puzzle mail too.
Ooh. Oh wow.
Yeah.
What you got to say now, Prophecy?
I say that it's nice, and I hope that it can save the Puzzle Clown project. I think it's the only thing that might.
I think it will. You know, I mean, yeah, I think it will.
Have y'all seen the Puzzle Clown?
Seen a couple.
Yeah. I haven't seen it for everybody to be dogging it like that, and I'm just kind of curious.
You know,
it's like a fancy blade clown.
It looks it's like wibbly wobbly, but like kind of like I was watching the Holdback Rack puzzle tier show, and you know when I saw it, that was a good watch. I enjoyed that. I'm not currently in puzzle, but it still makes me go maybe I want to be in puzzle, but I'm already in cryptic and it feels redundant, so I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with that.
Flawless. Did you see when Pythons Ballroom South posted those yellow belly puzzle clowns for like 25,000 a piece, and everyone was dogging them for it?
Hey, I mean, you have to play if you're gonna work that program. I mean, either you're gonna work it or you're not. You know.
Yeah.
I'm kind of out of that whole argument on pricing. Some things it's supply and demand. That's all it boils
Yeah.
down to. Yes, they are living, breathing animals, but it's supply and demand. So a lot of these situations where if you want to go out there and try to claim something that's rare, one of 10 out there in the market, you're going to have to pay to play.
I figured out how to tell everybody blue. Ha!
Congratulations.
I know.
I mean, I think for folks who are passionate about that project, that might be, it might be worth it to them. But for other folks, like, I think there's that balance between demand and potential future demand. Because, like, if you put something out there and it doesn't look all that great, how is that going to push any demand? Just because it's rare doesn't mean there's demand for it. You know what I mean?
It can, because what ends up happening is, for example, let's say puzzle clown. Let's say people it looks all that interesting, but if it takes one gene, it's like any of these companies. If it takes one gene, let's say red hair, a red puzzle clown, now it unleashes the beast, and now everyone's trying to race to go get it. But if you already have a supply in your collection of puzzle clowns, and now you're working on getting that gene in, you're already leaps and bounds ahead. So as long as you work with projects, you want to chase it from perspective yourself. I think, you're gonna don't worry about the time demand.
Your audio is cutting in and out when you're talking, and I'm catching like every like.
I thought it was me.
Yeah, no, it would. No, I think that's him.
Is it better now?
Yeah,
yes,
that's better.
Cool.
Turn up the game.
Yeah, I had to turn up the game on it.
Yeah, but
what it do? What it do?
What's up?
What it do? Y'all can hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Brandon. I'm glad you're finally here.
Hey,
I'm over here
like Andre. Look like Andre 3000.
I got my hair up. I ain't trying
Brandon, you got me over here doing too much things at one time. You got me over here. I gotta be turning people blue. You supposed to be right. That's what I need you for. I can't host the show. I can't be doing that.
Producer.
Hey, I'm at
Brandon,
work, man.
Brandon messing up, man. We a team, bro.
I said in the back, it's like, let me in.
That's
wild. I heard y'all talking about stranger puzzles and all types of stuff.
Yeah, you already missed one of the bangers, man. We'll already
I seen it. That's why I was like, let me in.
Oh, yeah, he definitely did text me. He was like, let me in, but I'm sorry, you can't even. What Chris Brown said? How you gonna hate from outside? You can't even get in.
Can't even get in.
So let me ask y'all this: in your opinion, and this for everybody on the little panel. What would you say are the pros in having puzzle? I mean, not puzzle. I'm tripping. Stranger in your combos. And if you don't mind, give an example of a good stranger combo that you got. Lord, they just keep coming. They just keep coming.
What's up, man? What's up, man?
What up, Brody?
I'm chilling.
Before y'all answer the question, we gotta let. Hold on. Before you answer, we gotta let James introduce himself to the world. Just let everybody know who you are, blow everybody up.
Yeah, my name's James. I'm from Hi-Vis Pythons. I've been in the game for probably like a little under 2 years. Yeah, just still learning all the genes and starting.
What gene initially caught your eye that brought you into the game?
Probably clown. I would say clown. Just a regular clown or like albino. I saw albino clown at first. Yeah, my first snake was an albino.
Yeah, I didn't know. My first snake too. So I ain't even hating on you. That's why you my guy.
That's pretty simple. Them albinos catch your eye when you walk past that table for sure.
Hey, easy. It's something about them eyes for me, man. The albinos, when they look at you, they just look at. They really look like they be side eyeing you because you don't really know if they're looking at you or they looking at something else. But albinos will do it to you. But my initial question was, I don't know if y'all didn't hear. I was asking in everybody's opinion. I was going, everybody go one by one. I'll blow you up. What are your pros to having? Jen, that's the bird.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I muted. I muted my bird Echo. She's saying.
What's the pros to having strangers?
As a
like if you had to sell it, if you had to sell strangers, the first time anybody ever saw a stranger, and we at your table right now, and you have to sell me this snake. 10 seconds. Well, not even 10. 30 seconds. Tell me how you would sell me the stranger. I'm gonna blow you up one by one. It's gonna be at random too. So we're gonna do boom. You gotta go first, big bro.
Number one, I don't really believe in trying to sell somebody a snake. I would just give them the details on it, the information that's out there. Kind of let them know how untapped it is when you start certain combos with it. Let them know that Stranger is an awesome gene to combo with other dark genes as well as your lighter genes. It just kind of makes everything a lot better. But I wouldn't necessarily sell them on the snake. Just give them the facts, and hopefully they love Stranger like I love Stranger.
All right, so what you love about Stranger?
Thanks.
The pattern, the striping that it provides, along with, especially with like leopard, how you can still see relation on the sides of it, and pretty much how it transforms in pretty much every recessive combo you put in it.
Okay, I like that. Boom, Miss Lady, you're next. They gotta come off mute now.
I know I'm working it. I'm working it. For me, Stranger is if you think about like, you know, old TVs, or even like when you're editing a photo, like you've got the sliders for like contrast and darkness and brightness and those things. For me, Stranger is the slider for contrast. It turns that up, and the slider for saturation, like color saturation, it turns that up. So if that's what I want to do in a combo, is increase contrast and increase color saturation, I'm going to go to Stranger, because I know that it'll do that with both light and dark.
Nice.
Boom.
Oh, shit. I would show like I would show like a pastel Stranger and a regular, you know, regular pastel, and see, you know, everybody can see the difference. The darks pop, you know, yeah, it just pops out a lot more. That's it.
That's what I notice about a lot of people, though. You know, like a lot of people nowadays, especially like when they do go to shows, of course, I feel like you gotta show people. I'm sorry, let me take you off. I feel like you gotta show people. You gotta like show them like a comparison. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people are visual, especially like people that are new to the game, or people that's just, you know, even if they want a snake that, you know, something that looks nice. Sometimes you just gotta show them that comparison. Prophecy, you next. Since you want to be a part of the Stranger Danger.
Listen, I just showed them the GHI Stranger Clown and say nothing. That's all I gotta say.
As you drop the mic,
and then I'll show them, because and then I'll show them a banana Stranger Clown, and then I'll be like, imagine them two together, and then that's all I have to say.
Nah, facts. I feel you on that. You know, some people ain't got that. I like you though. You know what I'm saying? Like you might be able to see you might be able to tell how it will blend together. But you know, everybody might not have that. I like you though, bro.
Hey, my mentor, Jason Amos, he taught me everything. So,
well, I can't wait for Jason to come on so we can all pick his brain.
You know, I think I might have a show and tell comparison to actually do.
Yeah, show us. Go ahead, show us something.
Because I have a female who is a black pastel flame leopard. She's hypo. And then my Stranger is Stranger fire leopard. So it's basically the same thing, except swap out black pastel for Stranger and make one hypo. But I think it gives a good idea of what's going on there. So
that sounds sweet.
I just love it when y'all show the snakes. The snakes.
People show up to see the snakes. They don't show up to see us.
Hey, I'm here to see the Strangers. My man DJ.
Show me the receipt.
Stranger.
Get my lady. No, that's too crazy. There, do this. There we go. Bring her in. All right. So this is my girl, 7 of 9. And she's a little shy, but once upon a time I had like delusions that I was only going to have 9 snakes, because that's how many slots I had in my rack. And now I have like 40 or whatever. But
wow,
she is a visual hypo. There's your pretty head, girl. You can come out. Say hi to the people.
You said this is a hypo Stranger?
This is a hypo. This is a black pastel fire leopard hypo.
Nice.
That's crazy.
Black pastel,
She's-
fire, leopard, hypo. That's it.
Yep.
Look like GHF.
Somebody, one of y'all got a tab open for YouTube or something?
Hmm?
It's probably like echoing like that.
That look like a GHF to me.
It kind of does,
Hmm.
but I bought it as a flame, black pastel flame leopard hypo. So we'll see what happens. But I'll go ahead and put her back, and we can do side by side. My stranger's kind of a small guy.
Yo, she has a good sign of like her a good representation of hypo though.
She's a very
Yeah, definitely.
hypo.
Yeah.
Come here, Bo.
What it do, Bone Daddy?
Hey, I'm getting the hypo heavy.
Oh
I
yeah,
love
yeah,
hypo.
definitely, man. Like,
What happened to your
shit.
show?
They said they hypo in the world.
I'm intentionally slacking on hypo.
All right. And then here is Picasso.
what's that?
He's not high. This is my fire leopard stranger.
Oh, nice shit.
Oh wow. I like that dorsal.
Hey, look, hey, if stranger do that to that dorsal, I'm about to get at it.
Yeah, he's
That's
real
typical.
great.
Is that typical in stranger, the dorsal?
That dorsal stripe, I'm not sure.
I believe
It
so.
might have something to do with where are you going?
Possibly the leopard.
Yeah, but he's all right. There we go. You get him
Yeah,
side. There we go. I think that
Okay.
works.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
heck
like
yeah. Stranger darkens up everything, man.
Mhm. Makes it dark. And in this one, I like, you know how like in a lesser leopard, it'll take it and it'll kind of like run that lateral
Mhm.
funky
Yeah.
pattern.
Yeah.
It kind of does that, but then you get this really strong dorsal on top. So yeah, as far as I know, and so this guy is from Anthony Lecomte at Conley Herbs, and I bought him at the Tinley auction in October.
Nice. Yeah, Stranger tends to stripe, and that's fire, leopard, stranger.
Fire leopard stranger.
It's funny.
So
You keep that out. I actually have the leopard stranger in one snake and fire stranger in another. So I can show it.
oh hey, let's compare that. I'm
Nice.
gonna put her away though because she's getting heavy.
I'm gonna blow you up real quick, Dane, so we can see the
Yeah,
stranger.
my shit is in shed, but I mean he's great. He's nice, right?
No, but you see, look,
Nice.
you see
That's
how
great.
highlights, like how
Yeah,
highlights that dorsal with the dark going
Yeah,
down.
he's in shed though, you know, so you can't really see his color
him?
that well.
That kind of look like something you can make with some GHI. I mean, not GHI, with some G stripe.
Yeah, so this is
the dorsal and the stripe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like the dorsal stripe. You see how it's just like straight?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's all in that, James?
Stranger. I don't know if it has orange dream, but leopard, yellow belly.
Ooh.
That's just a stranger leopard yellow belly.
Well, head clown. Stranger, leopard, yellow belly, head clown. I think it has orange dream also. I'm not 100% sure about that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, that's interesting.
almost looked like our strangers. I was like, hold up.
Yeah, it's the orange.
What you got there, big bro?
So this is fire stranger here, and this is a leopard stranger girl.
Hey, that leopard stranger is dark.
Bro.
Where last at?
Oh, what the fuck?
I
Yeah,
know what last thing hit you for that.
That's
That thing
crazy.
Yo, I think the leopard is what creates that stripe at the top.
Yeah, like it solidifies. It solidifies the stripe.
So I know leopard with my GHI purple potion. It definitely put that stripe at the top. So I'm thinking leopard possibly was putting that stripe down the top. And
You know, a lot of
dark, too.
leopard. I feel like no leopard causes a lot of like chaining in the alien heads too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah. I got all this training.
Oh, damn, nice, Will.
That jump look like holographics on the side. That's crazy.
Yeah.
These little people dancing.
Yeah,
I
his
see a
name
giraffe.
His name is Picasso because he's got like this perfect square right here, and it reminded me of like Cubist artists. Picasso.
Right.
So yeah, that's why he's Picasso. But you actually, if I could get my finger out on the side of his neck here, you can see pattern that's a little bit closer to kind of what was shown up on the sides of the other folks. So it kind of blends. But I've seen that with leopard too before, where like if you look at certain like leopard lesser combos, some of them are kind of they're like chaining laterally, and some of them come up and over and do really funky, more square shapes. So I think it just depends on. I think it depends on what line of leopard you have.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Oh shit, that's nice.
Ooh, that's cool. What's that?
So this is OTP Stranger, Pet Clown, Aztec Puzzle.
Oh shit. Damn, Will, you got Stranger for days.
You said that's a single
Nice.
gene stranger?
Single Gene Stranger. Pet
Okay.
Clown, Aztec Puzzle. And
That's a male or female? That's a male.
female, this female.
She's nice and chunky too.
Hey, shit.
Her sister, I'm going to ask Amos about her sister because it came from the same clutch. Here's her sister.
Oh, you got it from Amos?
No, but he has a lot working with Stranger, a ton, and he's probably seen this before. This is the sister that literally is, I don't believe it's any stranger, but it's following the same stranger path.
With no alien heads at all. That's crazy.
Well, I can answer that. Well, Amos told me that with strangers, sometimes you get strangers, and then sometimes you get something he calls half strangers. Like they look like they look like they're strangers, but they can't be strangers.
Right.
Yes.
I heard that he was saying that there was another gene floating around that resembled Stranger.
Yeah. Speaking of the man, y'all done spoke this man up. Lord have mercy.
What's up, man?
Y'all done smoked the girl up.
Sorry, man. I read that message wrong earlier.
Oh no, you good. You know, I'd rather you be fashionably late than not here at all.
Did not hear at all.
But look, you know, since you one of the big heavy hitters, I like to refer to them. Everybody here is a big heavy hitter, but I would like to let you introduce yourself to the people in the chat that don't know who you are. Let them know what you got going on and where you're from and all that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm Jason Amos. I've been breeding for a while. I'm in Oklahoma now. I just moved from California a year and a half ago or so. But I like Stranger a lot. I've done a lot with it. I want to put it into a lot more recessives and multi-recessives. So what did I miss and what would you like to know?
So, Lord have mercy. I'm so excited. I got all y'all on here. I love it. Oh, God, I love it. I'm excited. But, Stranger, like Brendan already knows, Stranger is something that I've been wanting to get into for a minute. I'm just trying to figure out the right way to get into it. But, besides getting one from one of y'all, of course. But, we was talking about the pros and cons. Well, they highlighted the pros. I was going to get into the cons, but go ahead and let us know what you think your pros of Stranger in combos would be.
I think it's pretty reactive with almost everything. I even like it with pastel. So the crazy dark yellows that it brings as they age, it doesn't look that great as the hatchling, but the way the pastel GHI Strangers and some of that ages is pretty amazing. I like that it's almost as strong as some other gene supers. It's definitely not one that you're questioning, is this a stranger or not? Sometimes you'll question some of the siblings, whether they're strangers or not. They're so crazy that it's kind of weird how it rubs off on the sibling with some of the stuff I breed. But
Wallace was just showing one and he was like, I don't think this is Stranger. And I was like, well, it's maybe strange-ish.
Yeah, my first year and a half, I would put things in the rack and label them as strangers and then feed them 3 or 4 times. And after a shed or two, come back and look at them and realize they're not the right color. And the alien heads kind of touch the back line in a way that strangers don't normally do. And I would realize my mistake and take them out and be disappointed. But then I'd message Roland several times asking him about those. And he told me that he makes them too, and he was keeping them back to see what they were because he wasn't sure, and recommended I didn't sell them.
Mhm.
Now I don't have big enough collection to keep all these non-strangers, so they ended up going places. But I don't know. He knew more about popping out the morays and stuff before he told people, and probably some of that when I was asking him questions. So I don't know if they have some of that influence going on. My male is pretty close. He told me that my original boy came from a female from the founding clutch, and her dad was the proven Het Moray boy. So his mom was 50%. Once a Moray test comes out, I can have a bunch of my girls and different ones tested and find out if it came with it. But I'm pretty sure that's tagging along as well, if not something else.
So you're saying that
You want to
the
show
babies
that one again, Will, that you was asking questions about?
Yeah.
so you're saying the babies that come out that are possible, they look stranger, but after a couple sheds, they're not stranger. That's possibly Moray or Maury.
It's one theory.
Yeah.
So this is the one we have questions about right here.
This is the stranger, and then this is the sibling. They both cooperate. So if I was that pattern, but obviously the other one has way off. Both girls, so let me keep them.
And that's interesting.
Yeah.
I know Darren with Sloan Morse. I believe he spoke with you about the gene that was kind of floating around with stranger that resembled stranger, but wasn't quite stranger.
So if that's not stranger, and then they get the test for Moray, and it's not Moray, is that something else that you'll plan on working to try to do the same thing with stranger with, or is that something you'll just put to the wayside?
I'm not convinced that both of those aren't stranger. Most of those both have pretty good stranger characteristics. I don't see the
right with why.
Hold on, let me turn this thing.
Hey, I've seen people sell things like that marked as a stranger sibling. Have you guys ever seen that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jason
What's
has
that
an
about?
interesting. Let's see. What is?
See that?
Or just you just adjusting your camera?
They trying
I
to
don't know how to change it back. I don't know
You
if I
go
did
to
that.
you go to more, and then you go to settings, and then you go to camera.
They should have cut it so off. Ooh.
No,
he said I'm out.
No.
Hey, he was about to show us a banger too. I can already tell. You just turned the camera around.
Bro, I don't know. I get so excited, bro, like this man. I don't know, bro. When I first met him,
adjusting the camera.
Yo, Prophecy over here begging for him to pull out Cyborg.
All right, I guess.
Yeah, you kicked yourself off. What you were trying to turn the camera like? What you on a Mac?
I'm just on my phone.
Oh, you were trying to turn
flip it.
Oh, okay.
I touched it and it did something. I don't know what the hell I did. I ain't gonna touch it no more.
You might just have to bring the snake to you. Like you might have to just come back, like keep it on front facing camera and bring the snake to you.
Yeah. So what do you guys want to see?
Yo, Jason, show them some banana strangers, man. I'm telling you, like in real life, them just pop like crazy.
I got the
Banana
clown.
stranger, yeah, banana stranger clowns, yeah.
Man, you already know what I want in the show. I'm not gonna say it though.
Oh wow.
There you
Oh,
go.
there.
I don't know how to
Right.
turn the camera around.
Yo, in real life, those things pop, man. They pop like crazy.
You can still see like the Jen, like how you was talking about the hieroglyphic looking joint.
Yeah, the squares and stuff in it. Yeah, you can definitely see that.
They can range. There's two of them that are almost completely different.
Hey, that one's not in a good mood.
Nah, that jump.
One of them's really faded.
Let me ask you this: do they so? Okay, so it's not. I was about to say. So you know how we was looking at strangers earlier? Yeah, most of them had like the dorsal. On the dorsal was mostly like connected. Those banana, the banana cause that to break up the dorsal pattern, like so it not to be like running in a straight line.
On the clown,
Yeah.
I get ones in different. I get clowns that look different from each other. Some of them are crazy, have some crazy side patterns.
I wish it was able to turn the camera around.
Wish I was too.
Prophecy, you on your phone, Prof?
Yeah, I'm on my
Does it
phone.
work better if I do it on the computer?
If
Nah,
you,
my phone too.
hey, Jason, you see that more button on your phone? The more button?
More? Yeah.
Yeah, you click more, and then you click settings, and then you click camera, and then it should give you the option to like switch your camera. See?
There you go. There you go. Oh wow.
Oh, that's sick.
Oh,
Jeez.
So that's
What is that?
one. That's just Stranger Clown.
Oh shit.
Oh wow.
So you can see
Hey,
a typical.
I'm really starting to believe in this. Stranger by itself, with just one other thing, is like 10 other things.
Sometimes they don't all come out the same for me. That's for sure. So that's true.
So it's somewhat like Sunset.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, bro. All I want to see is that strange is, bro. The strange. Oh,
So here's 4
Oh yeah,
banana.
that's the one I saw in the show. Like that's the one I saw on your table.
That's a big difference. Now you see how that one had the dorsal. What I was talking about, like the high still striping down the back.
But now look at this one.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. And banded over.
Wow, now that's purple.
Mm.
Golly.
That one still wants to mess you up, bro.
And that's not in shed. That's a difference in color
That's
and
crazy.
pattern.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can see the purples, bro.
And do they hold that color for the most part as they grow, or does it change?
Let me get bit here. Got these ones.
This is giving us a real facility tour.
This.
Hard to. That's Dad.
That joint still got the pattern and everything in there.
Less spots than a banana clown would have.
Facts.
Yeah, but Hypo, man, brings Stranger to another level, man, in my opinion.
Yeah, like I got a Cinny banana clown, or I got a Cinny banana hat clown, and she's got more spots than that one does, and she's only like 200 grams.
Hey, Jason, can you show the cyborg brother? The cyborg. That's the strangest.
He's getting there.
Wow.
Which one is that? Which one's that?
That's the pastel stranger. One of the first ones.
Man. This is freaking crazy how like just one gene can make this thing look like a whole different.
There was 2 in that set.
See, that's why I like the stranger. It's like the super reduced line of past stranger, which is
He's got a
fat,
sister
bro.
also.
Oh wow.
And that one's just Pastel Stranger too?
Yeah. Now, if you compare it to a regular Pastel Stranger, they're
definitely brighter.
color-wise, and this is the dull one. Her brother's brighter.
Wow.
But all three of those are Pastel Stranger, right?
Yeah.
No, they're strangers. No, those are the strangest. He calls.
I don't think this one is. I think that one's more of a typical Pastel Stranger. Even though she's reduced and stuff, she's darker and more typical.
Hey, I'll be honest with y'all. I feel like Stranger, it could possibly replace Clown. In my book, I don't even like Clown.
Really?
I don't like Clown.
Jason, do you have a super?
No.
No.
When I made these, they look just like the baby. They look just like the pastel Super Stranger that Justin brought to Tinley.
Okay.
As soon as I got home, I took pictures of mine and sent them to him, and he sent me back a message saying, "Oh, you made some too?" I'm like, "Well, mine aren't from Stranger to Stranger." And he messaged me back, "Well, they look exactly like mine." I'm like, "I know, that's why I'm sending you this message." So I don't know what the regular super is going to look like. It makes sense. His may be supers. They may not be supers.
Yep.
I've seen pictures from Roland of a Super Stranger Clown and a Stranger Clown next to each other. And they look similar, but the super was darker, a little bit more reduced.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so now I have another question. You see how Will had the two. One of them looked like you can clearly see as a stranger, and the other one didn't.
Mm-hmm.
Could it possibly be that this is actually recessive and one's het and one's not?
No.
No way. I've produced way too many clutches of strangers for anything to be recessive.
Okay.
Ooh.
It's that one.
Just a stranger.
Just a stranger.
That's crazy.
But it looks so different because, like, in my head, I'm like, is that a Stranger Mojave?
Yeah.
That, like, that Mojave look to
This
it.
is the look. If there's one that's going to be, if there's a Het Moray look, this is what I would guess it would be doing. Breaking up the pattern, raising up the pattern. Compared to more normal looking stranger.
And you want to make something look like Kraken. Like, that's a very, like, got attacked by a squid with suction cups Kraken look.
That does.
You want to look like what?
Kraken. Like,
Yeah,
that look of the suction cups. Like, you're got attacked by a giant squid look.
Jason, the cyborg sibling. Oh, is he in shed? Oh, that is.
God dang.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, man. I seen that shit. I see. Yo.
What is this?
My best guess is Stranger Hurricane Orange Dream Fire Clown.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, right. Golly, right? Shit.
It's got the same dad as the cyborg, but different mom.
I love the stripe, the stripe right at the top of the head. How it has like that little one stripe at the top of the head at the tip.
Oh my God.
Wow.
I remember those hats before Tinley, and they're so big now. Like God dang.
I know, but they still look really fantastic.
They're both getting better. I think they're both Orange Dream Fire Hurricane. I'm guessing Hurricane. There's not something's breaking that Stranger pattern up way more than normal.
Mm-hmm.
Man, yeah, if y'all don't like, subscribe, and share this video, y'all sleep.
And they're both set par too, because you're the fire approved, right? If I recall.
Yeah. This is another sibling to those. He's an asshole.
Oh wow.
Without Clown.
Right.
I think that might be Orange Dream Fire, Leopard, maybe Hurricane Stranger.
Man.
Could be. I mean, this one here is Leopard, Fire, Stranger, Posset Clown. So if we added OD to this one, I think that's what it would look like. I don't know about the hurricane though. I would think it would be busier.
The chat asked, "Do you have a Hurricane Stranger?"
Not just by itself. I'm hoping both of these are Hurricane Strangers. Now that there's a test coming out, I got to have all these tested to make sure. These are both Posset Exanthic, Pied, and Lavender. And the cyber is Posset Pied.
Jeez.
I just sent in a shed for a hurricane test actually last week. So
But
we'll see
cyber
what
is not
that.
crazy.
That's
Good job.
I can't wait for them to pair up for you later this year, Jason, my boy. That's gonna be insane.
I'm gonna have to go ahead and get my funds.
I'm about to, man, that's crazy.
All right, what's that purple one? Is that the hypo version?
That's the Hypo Stranger Clown.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
I'm gonna go make me one of them.
Yo, but cameras don't do them justice,
Make us,
man. Like,
make us
in
one
real
of them.
life, they're way better. Way better.
See,
Oh wow.
I think that one is the strangest line. I think that I was talking to him about it.
All of the hypos came from that Pastel Strangest boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they're all 50% het pied too. That Pastel Strangest boy is 100% triple het, Hypo Clown, and pied.
Oh damn.
It's beautiful, bro.
So how much would, like, off the top of your head, you don't got to give us a correct number, but how much would you say that little group right there was worth?
The pile?
I don't know.
Damn.
There's Desert Ghost,
Is that the DG one?
Pastel, Fire, Desert Ghost, Stranger.
Nice.
Yeah,
Wow.
indeed.
Yeah,
That
I'm trying
black
to
is so
add
black.
shit, man.
That definitely make you want DG.
That's 100,000 on that table, bro. That's 100,000 on that table, easy.
God.
Ooh.
Hey, my man just keep going.
Bro, do you see the contrast? It's the
Is
contrast.
that like a
That's
What's
that's
that,
the
by the way?
Exanthic Stranger.
Shit.
just Exanthic Stranger?
That's
Yeah.
Exanthic Stranger.
That's
Wow.
dark though. That's pretty.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is like one recessive.
It's not even a recessive.
I'm talking about
Pie.
the
Oh,
I'm talking about like
yeah.
five, like yeah.
Dang, bro.
They're not even doubled up yet.
Stranger Pies, bro. I love the Stranger Pies.
That's nice.
Hey, it's cool.
Hey, yo, do you take payment plans, Jason?
Those are
Hey,
his
do you
holdbacks,
take-
man. Your holdbacks.
Do you take collections? I seen my whole collection. I just need a 1.2.
There's so much to be done with. That is right.
Dog, that's crazy. Hey, that's crazy. All right, guys, I gotta actually start work. So I'll catch y'all on the next one.
All right.
I appreciate it.
All right.
See, I just want to say, bro, if it wasn't for Jason, I wouldn't be a stranger. Jason has his way. If you meet him in person, bro, you're leaving with a snake from him. He just kind of makes you buy snakes, bro. I don't know how to explain it.
It's the snakes. They sell themselves.
Yeah, you're right. Man.
So what gene would you not mix Stranger with? Do you know how you have certain combos that you just wouldn't do? What combo?
I mean, I'm not big on Spider, of course. I don't think I'd rush to make Stranger Pinstripes. I don't see it doing a whole lot.
I don't like butter. I don't like butter with Stranger.
Butter and Mojave, since the butter started with it, and there's a lot of it. They're hardest to sell. If anybody wants a Stranger Mojave for a good deal, I have a girl that I've been growing up for a while that hasn't sold yet.
Well, you should show her
That's
to
how
us
he gets
then.
you. That's how he gets you, bro. Like, he messaged me right there. He's like, you should really get this Stranger I got here. And I'm like, okay, I'll get it.
Is that the
this is-
Stranger Mojave?
Yeah,
Oh wow.
she's a good example. She's
nice.
50% pet clown.
It's a female.
Yeah. Fully striped, pretty much.
I like that back stripe.
Stranger should always have a full back stripe. It can have breaks, but it shouldn't have gaps
Okay.
unless you get a ton of. Clowns are different, but regular stranger combos.
Oh wow.
What we got?
Y'all heard it from the stranger Danger himself.
Is that GHI?
Oh,
CHI stranger.
Oh damn.
Hot.
It's that dorsal stripe shit.
Then
we got one.
it's two.
That's crazy.
Stranger GHI Mystic is even cleaner and cleans up the whole belly.
Damn, I wonder how that would look in clown. We can get the clown version of
You
this.
should find out. And then this girl is Paradox, but GHI's also changed colors a lot. These are the same thing.
Wow.
She's in her night
That's nuts.
glow. Have you guys seen your GHIs change colors before?
No, not like that.
Not like that.
I think a little bit. I've got a GHI bongo girl that looks pretty patternless, and she does tend to change. Like I just posted a picture of her in
This
deep
girl's
shed.
extreme. That's the most I've ever seen her.
Yeah.
She's usually a little bit lighter, but that's crazy.
Damn.
I'll
But
have to
then
take
at a
a
different time of day, the darker one will be lighter like that one, and vice versa. They just kind of like,
It's usually at night when I see them, the GHIs glowing like that in the evening, and a lot of times by morning they're back to normal.
Ooh.
So that's a pastel leopard stranger.
It's the belly. It's the belly for me. The sides. It's so many variations, bro. Like
So when I first started, I made such crazy strangers, and the male was leopard. Strangers have a clean belly,
okay.
but the stranger leopards usually have a dirty belly.
Okay.
More stuff going on in the center. Some of them almost fully striped, like the acid stuff.
Oh, your acid
What do
stuff
you
is
what do you
crazy
think would
too,
be
man.
some key characteristics to help folks ID stranger? So you mentioned dorsal stripe.
Dorsal stripes, the alien heads shouldn't really touch the sidelines. They shouldn't have double eyes in any of the alien heads. Most of them don't even have single eyes, mostly granity stuff going on, but some of them can have regular eyes. She kind of washed out. Now, she's actually a stranger GHI mystic banana. She was purple as a baby.
I'm about to say with stranger, would you say you would have to wait? You would have to wait for it to shed out a couple of times before you can really identify it.
No, it's usually so clear that you could have a kid that knew nothing, make them into two piles of different things, and they'll pretty much get it right. It's not that hard. Once in a while, that weird. You'll look at some of the normals going, "Is this a stranger? Is this a stranger?" But it's just not right. I sold mail to Will Banks, and I messaged him. I seen him selling a stranger banana, and it was just one of those weird ass siblings. And I messaged him, and he called me, and we had a conversation about it. And he tells me, "Well, it's not just a plain banana, so it has to be a stranger banana." I'm like, "Well, it doesn't really work that way." I think he left it as a stranger, and he'll have to deal with it later, or not. Who knows?
In my head, it sounds like it goes strange-ish, stranger, strangest, super stranger. Like, there's almost like
basically.
4 levels to this thing.
Now, the first Stranger Pied I made was high white.
Mm-hmm.
It's not
Oh,
as
so
pretty and showy as that other one.
So
And
how was you able
everybody
to
saw this one. And then the second one I made was a black pastel Stranger Pied, and it was high white because black pastel.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody got this idea that all Stranger Pieds were high white for a while. But most of the good ones, I've seen several good ones that were super low white. What else is there?
And it was your buddy that hit the Stranger Clown Pied, if I recall.
Yeah, my buddy Graham up in Minnesota.
Will, you
That's
said you
it.
got your stranger going to it's a het puzzle, right?
Yeah, hat purple hat now.
What you think that'll look like, Jason?
I don't know. Probably be nice. Strangers should fight with puzzle, I would hope.
Oh,
And make it
Jason, you want to see it? He has it. If you
Stranger
like, if
puzzle?
you want to see it, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, he has it. Yeah.
Yeah, Will just showed the stranger puzzle.
Let's see it.
I was thinking about it because I knew weren't you doing the you were doing your Ultimo puzzle, right? To what was you doing? Oh, never mind. Look at
That's
that.
nice.
It's beautiful.
Great.
It's dark and nice.
Yeah. And that's what pastel.
Does it have pastel? That's what I was going to say.
Yeah.
I like how dark it is with pastel.
Yeah, that's real nice. I like the size.
Oh man, just
Oh, so much
fire.
stranger. What is this?
Look at
Wow.
Stranger leopard lavender.
Yeah.
Pretty.
Shit. Yeah, that's sick. Damn.
you can see the
It's that
purple
silver,
beaming
it's
through the
the silver
camera,
there.
bro.
Huh?
Yeah.
You can see the purples clearly.
Shit.
Jeez.
Yeah, and it's got a white belly, which is weird. The other ones, I made Stranger Cinnamon Lavender, and it had a totally different belly.
Damn, I wonder how that came out as a baby, man. As a baby, that should probably pop like crazy.
All you hear everybody in the comments just saying, damn, fire, damn, bangers.
Yeah, right.
Bangers everywhere.
That's Stranger Cinnamon Lavender.
Oh wow.
Nice.
That on the dorsal there, is it almost got like a double stripe? Like on either side of the door.
It's got kind of the white with.
Oh, that is crazy.
That is cool.
That is
'Cause it's
crazy.
got like a single stripe and then white on either side. It looks like a
I don't even know what that looks like.
I don't know, man. I mean, that's a
Crazy.
I want to call that the dreamsicle, but it's not pied.
It's het pied.
Oh well.
Oh wow.
But that
That's a
striping on the
bonus.
back that was the cinnamon, right? The cinnamon stranger lavender.
Yeah,
That's neat. That was really neat.
it's a sibling to that leopard lavender. Their mom was the cinnamon dreamsicle.
Mm-hmm.
I think after this, the whole chat, everybody's gonna have to try to get a stranger now.
Their
Oh,
mom,
I
Mom,
mean,
super
it's
high
a
wire.
gene you gotta have, man.
yeah.
You gotta have
Eric, you
stranger.
gotta tune in. You can't be listening, bro. You're missing all the heat. You're missing all the
Well,
heat, Eric.
Nah, yeah, you gotta have stranger, man. Shit.
You can watch it on the. Do you have it in any of the T positives, like a candy or an
No.
Ultramel or one of those?
No, not yet.
I definitely
Okay.
I don't
love
have that much Ultramel stuff.
that stranger and Ultramel. Somebody on here, I think working that. Hint, hint.
Well, I mean, I think I'm gonna, because I mean, why not? I like Ultramel, and I
Yeah,
haven't seen a lot of
I
stranger.
seen Levance posted the Ultramel Stranger Clown the other day, which was amazing.
Nice.
I think I can't remember. I think it was either Stranger Ultra Milk Clowns that he had the ones at Tinley. I saw those, and those were super nice.
Oh yeah, what's that?
No, what's that?
That's Super Hurricane Hypo Rainbow.
Oh man,
I forgot you had rainbow.
Shoo.
Just him.
what is
Him and
that?
his-
Ultraviolet. Ultraviolet.
It doesn't have Inchy. He doesn't know how to ID Inchy in these things. I found that out afterwards,
Yeah, so
and I'm trying to ID if he had it, and he's trying to help me. And then he just says, "Well, I just thought Inchy was on both sides, so I figured they all had it."
Yo, also shout out to Jason though for like doing what he's doing for my boy Stan though. By the way, well, yeah,
I don't know if she's Super Hurricane or just Hurricane Hypo.
I like hurricanes.
Let's see, and she's 66% Rainbow.
mm.
That's a big girl.
I love the Hypo Xanthic.
Oh yeah, it ages crazy, man. Like I think it gets better out
She's
after.
actually in shed.
I thought that was it's in shed, right?
She's in
Oh.
shed a little bit, yeah.
Okay, I
But
thought
she normally looks better than that.
Mm.
She just shed. She's yellow belly Hypo Xanthic.
Oh
She
shit.
actually looks more hypo than a regular Hypo Xanthic.
That's beautiful.
what you looking to show, Will? I see you back there looking. What you looking to show?
Oh, I'm just making sure they ate their meal.
Yeah, right. And sometimes you gotta make sure, man, when the rats be running in the tubs.
What do we got?
Yo, Jason, you want to show that girl I'm getting from you, Ruth? I'm super hyped about this girl, man. Like, it's my first stranger because Eddie has one, but I didn't have one. Ooh, what's all in here again?
Butter.
Pastel, Stranger, Hypo, Posset Clown, and Posset Pied.
Nice.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a
Also,
banger.
Pops
Shit.
had Monsoon too. Well, we don't know, but
Yeah, I don't like telling people that until we find out, actually. There's too many people putting that in ads that just have possibility. They don't know what possibility or where the possibility came from, but it's possible.
well, everyone assumes that every stranger that comes to be is Posset Murray, but Roland only did that pairing once or twice, right?
That's only the Strangers from the very first. Yeah.
Yeah.
The earlier the stranger came from, the more likely it could be. What else do we have? Probably my cleanest thing.
Oh, that's
Oh, what's that?
Super Orange Dream Desert Ghost. That pipe.
Nice.
Ooh.
He's got a couple of girls grab it right now.
What girls? What girls did he pair into?
Super OD pipe. She's Posset MJ Xanthic. Popped out my buddy's pied stuff. And Highway Pied.
Ooh. Highway pies look dope.
That is pretty cool.
The purples are cool.
Yeah, right. I like them.
They don't even have Inchy in it, huh?
No. And then a couple of regular pieds just to make some more stuff. He's the dad of the cyborg.
You got a lot of hits on it. Like a lot of people been trying to get that cyborg off you.
I had some serious offers on it.
Would you ever let it go if the price is right?
I mean, the price, I turned down 30. It would have to be a lot. It was 256 to 1 or so odds to make it.
Sheesh.
The odds of pairing this guy, I paired him to a GHI Mystic double het and hit everything in the clutch. He proved out to be het pied out of nowhere. I got him from Aussie. He's Orange Dream Fire Hurricane Clown. Het Exanthic, het pied.
Oh, wow.
I made a pied when I bred him to make double het. And I messaged Aussie and asked him if he could be het. And he says, yeah, my Hurricane Het Clown boy proved out to be double Het Clown pied.
Jason, some of the comments is asking you like, what bedding do you use?
Pine.
Ooh,
Sun-dried
right.
pine.
See, a lot of people.
Now, what's that one?
That one's Confusion Black Pastel GHI Pastel Clown. A dark pastel clown.
What I say at the beginning of the show, Stranger even makes pastel clowns look good.
That's crazy.
I got a couple of Stranger pastel clowns in here.
Yeah, if you just got straight pastel Stranger clowns, show those because, yeah, see?
Now,
Spicy monkey.
this kind of can show you the difference in Stranger clowns because these two are almost totally different and they want to eat me.
Oh wow.
All right.
Okay.
Oh,
I see.
shit.
Okay. That's
The one on
crazy.
top got more speckliness.
Yeah.
The top one's
That
more
one's a lot brighter,
pixelated,
too.
more
That
weird.
top one's messed around and find out.
Yeah. They're from the Pastel Strangers. Boy. You want to get me, don't you? Tell them hello.
Oh.
See, actually, that's a question I have for you, Jason, because I wanted to ask you to talk about the strangest because I talk about it all the time, but I wanted you like, just to see what your thoughts on it are. Do you think it's a line? Do you think there's another gene? Do you think, what do you think?
Here's another one. This is a male one. This one's a boy that's available. I don't know. It had to have came with my first male stranger because I sold a boy to a friend of mine that came from a different clutch than the boy that fathered these original ones, and he made two of them. And I sold a lot of males to a lot of people, and only one other person has made two of them. So I don't know if it's something that's got to line up with something else. It's just random. He's not as reduced as some of them, but he's definitely more reduced than most of them.
I love that.
So is that our strangest?
Yeah. His stripe's more broken, but there's not missing gaps. The stripe's always a full stripe.
It's beautiful. I love the strangest, bro. Like I was sold on it from the moment Jason showed me it, bro.
So is the strangest an official thing, or this is just a name we're just nicknaming it for now?
It's just a nickname for now.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what it is, but it's different than most of them. That's just a sibling.
From the one we just saw a while ago?
Yeah. Pastel hypo sibling.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
And I actually thought it was a pastel stranger at first, but I didn't like where it touches the back pattern there in a couple places.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. And then when the real one came out, it's pretty obvious when you compare them.
They're different, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's like that one that you're focusing on there. It doesn't look strangery enough, but it also doesn't look like a regular pastel either.
Mm-hmm. It's got
Or
a
even
lot of the
pastel
stranger
hypo.
characteristics, but it's just not right. It's not the right color.
It's like it wanted to be a stranger. It just said no when it came out the egg.
See, that's the one I would call strange-ish. It's you got strange-ish, stranger,
Mhm.
strangest, super stranger.
These all came from that strangest male, the
Oh,
pastel one.
shit.
But see how the side pattern stays nice and neat away from the back line? Doesn't really get up next to it and start touching it. That's one of the characteristics about the siblings.
Yeah, reminds me of like the regularity that you see in like a specter
And even this
or
one
like
back.
cypress.
I think I got another one over here that looks even different.
You got a stranger yellow belly by chance?
No.
Okay.
Now they're flipping out. They're just like, what the hell?
Yeah, they don't want to.
That's
So that one's more
interesting.
reduced than that other one. So this probably has whatever the strangest thing is going on with it also. Where this one has a higher number of alien heads going down.
On that background color looks a little, I don't know, more blue.
Yeah, they're definitely a different color.
One looks
This
more
one's
yellow,
got a more of a yellow
and that one looks more blue.
outline. I don't know how these lights are coming out.
All I know is, bro, do you take payment plans for those?
These are all for sale.
Oh,
They're 66% het clown, 50% het pieds. I gotta get them tested here. Nobody grabs them before then.
You a Kings fan?
No, I'm from right next to Sacramento, and somebody gave me it for a present at some point. So it's one of the dog blankets.
Oh, okay. I mean, he's definitely not a fan.
I'm a Chiefs fan. What else?
That's crazy.
I just feel like every time you pull something out, bro, it just looks way different than the next thing. It's just like constant bangers, bro.
Without being overpowering and every stranger combo looking the same.
Exactly.
Is another thing I like about it.
And it dances around. It plays nice with a lot of stuff.
It does. I don't know. I think I'll get my strangers out. Did I show you all of the recesses?
Oh yeah. You
I
showed
don't know.
the
We had some hypos and some other stuff, some clowns.
I haven't shown this guy to many.
What is that?
What the hell is that?
Oh, that's a crazy headstand, man. Shit.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's from Inchi Clown double het hypoexanthic to Mojave Disco triple het hypoexanthic.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I definitely see disco in it. Shit.
What's ID markers to look for in Stranger Pod?
It can be difficult, and I'm not 100% sure, but the ones that I'm sure about, as they age, they really stay a dark black colors, and they don't like brown out and lighten up like most pieds.
Gotcha.
All of them don't have these nice stranger looking marks on the sides of them. Some of them look a little bit more. I more go with the color on the clutches that I've had have been stranger het pied to pied with nothing else really in there.
Right.
So I was kind of going by the dark color more than anything. And some of them, I guess, are still to be proven.
I like that though, Jason. I like how Jason if he's not sure about something, he won't tell you that it's something unless
Yeah,
he
I can make up a
knows.
bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
But, even just more plain strangers. Um, that one's just a dark stranger.
That's a really pretty dark stranger, though.
Mm-hmm.
More of the traditional pattern, I'd say, where the alien heads drip all the way to the bottom and pretty consistent down the
Yeah,
side.
and you might get some floaters even in just the single stranger, like floating alien heads, but I don't see a lot of pinching. Like it looks like a more of a column shape. Although now that one I see a little bit of pinching.
Now, these are pretty different from each other. There is
Yeah.
a light version of Stranger and a dark version of Stranger, and you can get them both in the same
Mm.
clutch. This one doesn't lighten up like this one does. They're literally two different colors.
Wow. Almost
That's
resembles
great.
fire.
And it's the exact same genes too.
Just single
Oh.
gene Stranger,
Oh
Wow.
shit.
Oh wow.
50% het clown.
Mm.
It's so crazy, the polymorphism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd be interested if like both of those were tested, if you could tell which one was clowned by like
By the
consistently.
The difference of it, like the difference.
Yeah.
The difference.
Yeah,
That's
like
right.
like het clown markers in Stranger, how consistent are they? Is the question that I would want to try
Yeah,
to
I don't know. I haven't been able to figure that out because I bred them to clown, my original boy to clown girls, and had the same crazy differences going on.
And some are dark and some are light and some are
Yeah. I thought that when I hatched the het pieds, they were super dark. And I thought that was, and that's when I asked Roland about the dark ones, and he says he makes light and dark ones and all of them too, that it's not a het pied marker. Because I had some that were in clutches that were 50% het pieds, and I had light ones and dark ones, and that's when I first noticed it. I was like, man, these dark ones gotta be het pied. But,
Man.
I did see pretty good het marker tracks on the ones from the 100% het pieds and half of the ones from the 50% het pieds that I think I could pick out in the Stranger het pieds. Just single gene strangers with het pieds.
How long you been working Stranger, and what ratio did you start off with? A male, female?
I got a boy in 2019,
Oh wow.
late in the year. So I talked to Roland about it for about 4 years, and at first he wanted to let me find this setting.
You trying to turn the camera back around?
Yeah.
There you go.
So like 2015, I contacted Roland and wanted to buy one, and he was only selling females. And when I invest good money in something, it's always a boy. I've never paid big money for a girl. They just take too long to get up to breed and size. You never know what you're going to get, whether it's going to be 2 years old or 7 years old or 8 years old or never fucking lay an egg for me.
Yeah, right.
somewhere in that range. But he told me when the people that he sold females to started hatching their own males, that he would sell me a boy. Because I didn't like buying a girl, and if he's going to sell 20 girls a year for 3 years, that's 60 girls. So I was like, so you're going to have 60 boys ready to go, breeder size, sitting on the shelves, waiting to dish out to people? I'll just wait for that.
Right.
So in 18, a couple of girls had clutches from their boys here in the States. So in 19, I sent them a message and was surprised he sent a list of 4 or 5 boys to pick from. And I made a deal with them. Didn't know how I was going to pay for it at the time, but made a deal and got a deposit to them and sold some snakes and figured some shit out to get it. I thought I was going to have to wait and get it in like December, but I was able to get it in September
Okay.
So he told me he would feed it extra, but when it came, it was skinny as hell. But it was 400 grams, but it was a huge 400 grams.
Right.
Like it felt
Like a
hollow
long
and
400.
light. So
Short,
in like
short and
6
chubby.
weeks or 8 weeks, I got it like to 1,000 grams.
Oh shit! Damn, that's still.
He was ready. He was ready to start breeding, and he bred like crazy. I got 17 clutches from him the first year.
Phew, Jesus.
Damn.
Wow.
So I just wanted to start all kinds of recessive projects. So some of the stuff I just bred them to double het hypopide females and double het lavender exanthic females. I didn't have the visuals to make that kind of stuff, but I figured if I'm making them and I'm holding them back, they're gonna prove out for something. If they're triple hets, are gonna prove to be something, and that's where I got my lavender stuff. That's where I got the exanthic stuff. The first boy proved out to be het lavender, but when I proved him out to an exanthic, he proved to not be het exanthic. But I just held back a boy from that, and that boy proved out to be double het lavender exanthic last year.
So 17.
I got a couple of lavender snow girls that are gravid from the leopard double het lavender snow right now.
Oh shit.
How much did you hold
Yeah,
back?
you and I might need to talk about that because I sent out that shed test for the Grim Pos triple het clown lavender exanthic.
Oh,
So once I get results on that, I'll be looking. To
And I never tested the first boy that the het lavender dad to my lavender stuff was also 50% het clown, but I never bred him to a clown because I had all the other stuff and the tests weren't out at the time. We still have to have him tested, so I know if I need to test the lavender stuff or not. I guess someday.
Jason, I know it's not Stranger, but can you show that what is it, lavender exanthic pied? The one she looks like she just got drawn on with highlighter.
Yeah.
What you was about to ask, Will?
How much of the 17 clutches did you hold back to get to where you are now?
I held 3 boys and 7 girls.
Okay.
3 boys and 7 girls out of the first year.
Nice.
So then, yeah, I held back a clown boy, the stranger, posset lavender, posset pied, posset exanthic, and then the stranger het pied, posset clown.
Nice.
And the stranger het pied, posset clown, I held back. I had picked the other one in the clutch, and somebody had put down money on the one that I picked, or on the other one. And then a buddy of mine, the guy that made the clown pieds, he said he wanted one. So I was like, well, I'll give you mine. So I gave him mine, and then the other guy backed out of the deal.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
So I ended up with the opposite one I picked, and mine proved not to be clown pied because I got a clutch from him to a clown pied like right away the next year. And then he made the clown pied out of the boy that was supposed to be mine. But I love Graham, so I was happy for him. Which one? Let me turn this camera around.
Man, talking to Amos is like every day, bro. It's like
Learning.
you just dropped so much knowledge.
Learning.
Yes,
That's what life is about. You gotta learn.
I've learned a lot, bro.
I'm glad y'all enjoying this as much as I am.
He don't sugarcoat, bro, but he's honest, bro, and that's what you need in this hobby, honesty.
Jesus, the auction guide is on.
What's up, Jesus?
So that's lavender exanthic pied,
Oh wow.
Oh,
and that's
shit.
green pickle.
Yeah, I like that exanthic lavender pied.
Yeah, I like how the sound is.
She's got like that watercolor effect.
Yeah.
I like that watercolor effect.
The
That's pretty.
pattern sticks out opposite. Instead of the purples, it's the pattern's got these darker colors in it and light instead of being light with the dark that you can't really see. As a baby, they don't look as good. I have a baby available, but everybody's looking at it at the shows going, oh, I like the dreamsicle better.
Yeah, as adults, I like the exanthic one better.
Yeah, that's fine.
Lavender snows it.
Those are the lavender snow.
Oh wow.
Those are the girls that are gravid from the stranger right now.
And your exanthic that you're using is VPI?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's VPI lavender and VPI xanthic. This stuff came from VPI.
I didn't know it was a VPI lab. I didn't know.
Oh, there's
Came
different
from
lines of
VPI.
lavender, and they ain't all created equal. That's for sure.
Are there any pros to running pine over cocoa?
Cocoa for me is for people that want to make the humidity in their tub
Gotcha.
individually all over the room. I put the humidity in the air.
Okay.
So these start out pure white, and then they get a little bit of pattern, and they age to the highlighter color as they age. They get better. These start out beautiful and fade out and get worse. Both good looking, but
That's crazy.
so I use a swamp cooler with
Okay.
water line and a herpstat with a humidity probe.
Does it mess up the walls? Like when you make a humidity higher than like 55, does it mess up the walls a little or not?
No, it doesn't feel. You're way too humid if it feels like you just walked into something. I keep it at 70%, and
Okay.
it just feels nice.
Yeah, like right now in my room where I'm at with my snakes, the humidity in this room is 18%. But I'm also in Chicago and it's winter, so I use cocoa.
She's in shed, but that's a Stranger Banana GHI.
Ooh.
And a Stranger Banana GHI Mystic. The Mystic cleans everything up more.
I was about to say the Mystic causing it not to have so much going on. It's definitely brighter. It's yellow. Well, you did say some shit.
It wipes everything out.
You want to tell us the story about you and see everyone knows you for your stranger, bro, but a lot of people know about you and Banana, bro. Like, 'cause I feel like you from what you told me, you did a lot with Banana back in the day.
Acid. I was one of the first little guys to have Banana or to have Coral Glow first. I was the second person after Brock to have Coral Glow and Banana in my collection. That's the pastel one.
You got some crazy acid stuff too, acid confusion stuff too.
Yeah, I really like that. I got that at the same time as a Stranger, and I like it just as much. It was kind of a different price tag at the time.
Yeah, it dropped like crazy.
But when I was telling people $10,000 Strangers, some people couldn't afford it, but they could buy a $3,000 acid at the time. So it was, they both sold good. That's GHI acid, lesser pastel.
Jason sold he sold over like 500,000 in bananas in like early 2010s, like 2011, if I recall.
The original boy was $50,000.
The original boy for acid?
No, Banana.
My Banana. My Coral Glow. Yeah, it was a local friend, and he backed out of selling us a girl. So he gave it to me as a deal for $45,000.
Shit, damn.
What a deal!
It's the fact that he laughed that shit off. That's what's making me laugh.
It was a deal. The first clutch, as soon as he got to size, we got the ultrasound, and we're ultrasounding girls. I got this ultrasound back then, and we had a pinstripe female that was too skinny to breed for what people's opinion was on the internet. And she had 10 millimeter follicles for like 4 or 5 months in a row. And then as soon as the Banana got to size, she jumped from 10 millimeters to 35 millimeters in 3 weeks.
Damn.
So we thought she was too skinny to breed and wasn't going to breed her. But I was like, if she's going to jump follicles like that, well, then let's try to breed her. So we stuck the Coral Glow in there. He got one lock on her. She ovulated 2 weeks later. She ended up laying 7 eggs. 5 of them were good. 2 of them were infertile. So we got 5 eggs. That was the first time I ever videoed cutting the clutch. I don't even know what happened to that, but I was going to do 2 clutches at once. And when I cut them, the first egg was a Coral Glow pinstripe. The second egg was a coral glow. The third one was a coral glow pinstripe. The fourth one was a coral glow, and the fifth one was a coral glow pinstripe. So there were 3 coral glow pins and 2 coral glows. And I was running around the room. I was like, I gotta turn this camera off. Oh no. I was shaking. I couldn't even cut the next clutch for a while.
You kept all that back, or
After that, I can imagine your hand might have been a little shaky to be cutting more eggs.
There was no mail makers, and nobody knew about a mail maker at the time. Back then, everybody thought that males only made females, and I expected to get females, and I took a deposit on a female. The year before, our friend had agreed to sell us a female, and then he backed out of selling us a female, and then ended up selling a boy. When I seen like 50 eggs over at his house, and I seen a whole rack full of bananas after they hatched. He had like 30 of them, and then was like, well, I can't sell you a girl, but I'm sorry, we're friends. I don't want you to be mad at me. I just can't do it. And didn't really give an explanation why, but sold us the boy. So after I cut those eggs, the next day was the Sacramento reptile show. It was our biggest reptile show in the area. And I went to the show, and I seen Keo, the guy that I bought the male from, and told him, I got 5 out of 5 in the egg right now. Somebody, I can't wait to sex them and see what I get. And he's like, they're going to be all boys. I'm like, no, that's crazy. That'd be crazy. At the time, females were 10,000 and males were 25,000. I don't know what just happened. Males were 10,000 and females were 10, males were 25. The coral glow pins were 30 if they were a boy. I don't know if my dog was knocking. And so then a little while later, I seen Jeff from Freedom Breeder and told him, Jesse's brother that worked there before Jesse did, told him, man, I got 5 out of 5 in the eggs right now. I can't wait for it to sex them. He's like, they're going to be all boys. I'm like, nah, you're just messing with me. That'd be crazy. And then I get home and they come out of the eggs and I sex them and they're all boys. Okay. And then I start thinking, wait a minute, why would both of these guys tell me they're going to be all boys? That's too long of odds. That's messed up. So I called Keo. I'm like, okay, Keo, spill the beans. What's going on here? Why did I get all boys after you said all boys, and why didn't you sell us that girl? And then he told me that he made like 29.1 or something like that the year before.
Oh, God damn.
And made all boys when they expected. Keo and 3 other guys, I think, all had mail makers that year and found out about it and didn't tell anybody else. They told each other and they all knew, but they didn't really tell everybody else that these boys were only making boys. And Keo kind of told me my boy should be fixed, whatever that meant when I bought it, and I didn't really know what that meant. So I just, whatever, went with it. And he ended up making all boys when I produced them. The first year I made like 11 boys and no girls. The second year I made like 45 boys and 3 girls.
Damn.
So and back then I advertised them as mail makers, and that sold them like hotcakes. Everybody, males way more money than the females, so everybody wanted to jump on that mail making train for about the first 3 years. After one of the first, the second clutch of bananas I had, or coral glows I had been talking to a guy that had bought a banana female from Brock for like 25,000, but he wanted a boy. And for a whole year, I kept telling him, I got babies coming. I'm gonna want a female. So once I got a boy, we ended up trading his adult female that was hitting 1,500 grams for a baby coral glow boy. So that's when I got banana. And that second year, I bred my GHI that I got right after. As soon as I had some banana eggs, I got a pastel GHI for like 10,000. And I bred him to the female banana and made the first GHI bananas. And it was a female making boy. So I ended up ditching all of my male making boys after that for the female making boy. And the prices between the two switched real fast. And females and female makers were the way to go from then on, pretty much.
It's just crazy to think that you made so much money selling bananas.
And then the big crash of 2014 came, and prices on everything went through the ground, and I didn't have any recessives. I didn't have much recessive girls at all, and had to totally change up and switch the collection and go a totally different route. Kind of like what's going on now. Things that drop in price are going to stay down in price. It's going to be the new projects, the new directions, the new way to go. Have yourself sitting somewhere where you're not making too much of that stuff everybody else is making, and try to make a direction of your own.
Jason, from where you're sitting, how does the current state of the market compare to that 2014? Because everyone's like, the sky is falling, and is it more of a, but we've been here before, y'all? Like, very
similar, but it didn't affect recessives as much as it's affecting the recessives now. Back then, hardly anybody had a whole bunch of pied and clown and different female recessives, so it was hard to get things into it. Now so many people got clowns and pieds, and if that's not all they got, so that's the stuff that's kind of getting affected. Some of the other recessives that aren't as common are going to be in more demand coming out of it. Puzzles and Sentinel and Paint, I think, is coming on strong from what it was. Normally things don't come back like that, but I think Sentinel and Paint was overlooked a lot back in the day. Somebody sent me one to breed, and I was pretty impressed with how it looked in person last year.
There was a couple really cool Sentinel combos that came out this past year too. I think that was making people kind of rubberneck at it, going, wait, what?
I bred that lavender snow pied to it. We made some quad heads. Figured lavender sentinels and xanthic sentinels, and might as well have pied in there.
Look at what Hypos made a comeback in terms of back like a few years ago. You could get adult female for like 200, and now they're up to like you get adult female for like 400 or something.
You could get an adult female xanthic a few years ago for 200. One of the females I bought for 200 a year and a half ago, I sold for 1,800.
Oh, damn.
It's crazy what female xanthics did. They went from being nothing to more than clowns in like a year or two.
Yeah.
When we first started this, when we first started the live, I had pulled out a girl from my rack who's a hypo black pastel fire leopard to kind of compare her to the leopard fire stranger, kind of do it side by side, and she's hypo. And so like when I first came, I mean, I've only been in for like 8 months or something like that, but I like just visually, I just liked hypo. And so I bought a bunch of hypo, and now everyone's like hypo. And I was like, yeah, cool, good. Yay.
I see people complaining about it. Like you have to pick between hypo or desert ghost. Like you have to be on one side or another, which is silly. I like the combo, but I like hypo just as much as desert ghost stuff.
I think it depends on what you're trying to do. I like hypo because I like orange. So if you're going for stuff with more color variation, I feel like hypo is my friend there. Yeah. And they all pick on me for not having any desert ghost and not particularly wanting any desert ghost because I like orange. So
hey Jen, but hypo desert ghost look crazy though. Like
is that a hypo desert ghost?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it blackhead too?
No, it's chocolate.
That's close.
Yeah,
nice. It depends on what you're going for. I like hypo. I like doing stuff that plays nice with hypo.
See, I told James when it was in the egg, I was like, James, that is hypo, and he was like, no, it's not hypo.
Yeah.
When the pairing, it's supposed to be head hypo.
That's
right.
Black hypo, blackhead, orange dream, and
okay. OD. That's where it's giving those big clean alien heads there. Because I have a blackhead hypo, and she's really pretty. I wonder what she look like.
That's chocolate hypo DG and pastel chocolate hypo DG.
God damn.
Yeah.
Whew.
Well, the way I figure it, I'm doing cryptic, so I'll probably end up with DG in there that just rode along with it at some point or
Pastel
another.
into hypo DG. Yeah, I'm
God
figuring
dang.
that too and hoping it doesn't happen. I don't really want cryptic.
See, I do. I want cryptic, and then I think everyone started picking on me, and I was like, "Yeah, can I find some cryptic without DG, please? Because I don't want to pay for genes I'm not working." But
Yeah.
that's
Go
been
to Derek.
tricky to
Hey, but
get into.
Yo, Jen, the jeans that come in handy later on though, like that extra head comes in handy, man.
That's a bigger 3,000 gram chocolate hypo DG.
He looks nice.
Yeah, as it ages, I think it looks better. Shit.
I'd rather
I
to
feel
the
like
puzzle head ultra now.
Mm-hmm.
Make some triple hats, maybe some quad hats.
Yeah.
I feel like with DG, you're going to run into cryptic eventually since they're so close. Like most DGs carrying cryptic. It's just
Yeah,
like
I figured that.
inevitability.
I figure that because I'm doing cryptic, I'll eventually run into GG. It'll pop out of my cryptic stuff.
Yeah, I got all of those from Jeremy, and that's where all the cryptic came from. The Bells DG project. So
okay.
Jeremy Bod.
What's that?
Jeremy Bod.
Jeremy Smith. Fireball Reptiles.
Fireball, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's the nephew of Kim Bell. Kim Bell's his aunt.
Okay.
That's how he has an unlimited amount of the most amazing Desert Ghost stuff to sell constantly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But because of that, you can get a good deal. But if whatever you're buying, just know it's being mass produced and go a different direction with it. Don't plan on making that same thing.
No, that's
right. I actually got one from Jeremy, man. Like a Desert Ghost Doublehead Hypo Clown. Yeah.
I got my Desert Ghost Clown or Hypo Clown. What is it? Desert Ghost Clown Hypo.
Oh, okay. That's a banger though.
Yeah,
before the prices went down too. No.
I think all my
I want to know, Jason, if not even just Jason, but all of y'all, if y'all could go back in time, and tell like let your past self know something that you learned now, what would that be?
Shit.
Like if you could do something different from what you did starting out, what would that be?
I mean, there's different projects I didn't get that I probably would have got, or projects that I would have skipped, knowing afterwards what I know. I probably wouldn't have paid $50,000 for a scaleless head boy if I knew everybody was going to argue about it, make a big deal about shit, and ruin the price before I could get my first ones out. But I still bred them for 2 years and still made my money back and still made a profit on it, even if it took way longer than I would have liked. When I got, what did I just get? I had just gotten scaleless head, and I was at Tinley, and Sean Bradley offered me the first puzzle hypo male with 2 double het females. The group that Barry Swoop ended up getting and produced all this amazing shit from. I passed that group up for $7,500. He was offering it to me for half of it. That was half of what he had it on the table for. And I'm like, why are you just throwing that at me for half price? There's something wrong here. The price actually scared me off of doing it because I thought that puzzle only looked good with pastel back then and didn't want to do everything with pastel. Hadn't seen not too much other, and the hypo puzzle didn't really jump out at me that much back then. Grew on me a lot more. So I should have bought that group. I could have bought that group over a $50,000 scaleless head and been way farther ahead right now. Not always the most expensive one you buy that does the best.
Yeah, you're right. Yep.
That's crazy. What about the rest of y'all?
And
it was a general question for everybody. I don't want everybody to
I mean, I would probably bought like more hatchlings instead of proven breeders. That's why, I try to rush into it and bought proven breeders, and the hatchlings laid eggs before the proven breeders. Sometimes, Yeah.
Mine's kind of the opposite. When I started with $7,000. I spent $1,200 on a lesser boy. I spent $1,000 on 8 normal females, big ones, and I spent the rest on nice baby girls, like 4 or 5 baby girls that I spent about $1,000 a piece on. I wanted them to eat frozen thawed. They wanted to eat live mice. We fought for years over before I learned to feed them whatever the fuck they want to eat.
Yeah.
And everything that started my collection started from that lesser boy and those normal girls. I had clutches after clutches after clutches from them normal girls. The first year I only had 2 of them, and I bred 2 of them, had 2 clutches, made 7 lessers from 13 eggs, and got $600 a piece for them. Thought that wasn't too bad. The next year I bred the 8 females. I got 7 clutches. They were all big normal females, so I got 67 eggs out of 7 clutches and made like 35 lessers and sold them all for $500 a piece.
Oh, okay. Shit.
And then I thought to myself, well, what if I would have started the opposite way and I would have spent that $5,000 on a boy and not bought all those baby girls? Would I have made 5 times as much in the meantime? Because I made like $17,000 that second year, and that seemed to be pretty damn good. So I ended up getting a Mystic boy for $2,500 the next year. Bred him and sold $1,250 babies.
Oh, okay.
The next year I got a Hidden Gene Woma male for $5,500. Bred him to the normal females and stuff. And the next year I was selling $2,500, $3,000 babies. So I thought this is getting better and better. And then I got the opportunity to use that Hidden Gene Woma money to buy the Coral Glow. And the year after that, after spending $50,000 on a boy, I was selling $25,000 babies. So each step of the way, just investing in that male more and more turned into the same work, the same overhead, the same everything I was doing, but a better return in the long run. So after that, it was always about which boys, and I'd invest in a boy, hold back. And when I did GHI, for an example, my buddy bought a female GHI at the same time I bought my male GHI. The first year I made 26 GHIs, and like I was starting to wonder if there was a male making GHI, because it was male after male. I ended up making 23.3. And I had to ask Matt, is there something going on with these, like the bananas? Because it was all in the middle of the same time. And I didn't know what was happening there, but everybody wanted a boy, so it was actually lucky. But my buddy that first year, his female was 2 years old, or was 1 year old. The next year I made a whole another crop of GHIs, better stuff, held back more boys, prices fell. That first year they were about 5,000. The second year they were about 3,000, and my buddy's female was 2 years old. The third year prices fell to about 1,500. I made a whole bunch more of them. His female finally laid a clutch. He got 6 eggs. He made 3 of them. He made about half of his money back the first year, and he's lucky she laid at 2.5, 3 years old, and he got eggs out that fast. I had eggs that same year from a couple of my GHI females that I had held back the first year that were fast starters. So I had eggs from a GHI female as fast as he did, plus made my money back the first year, made a return 3 years in a row. Just investing in the boy is the way to go for me, until you got so much of a collection that buying $10,000, $20,000 females makes sense. I'd always spend that money on a boy myself.
What about you, Will?
I mean, John Jason hit the nail right on the head. Plus Darren in the comments, I'm learning the business side first. Started off rough with flawless Rusty Echo, both in law enforcement. My wife and I, and we've been doing that side of the business for 8 years. So we kind of learned from some of the mistakes we made with hesitating on purchases and things like that, and even leaving the police before. I mean, we should have been left. But digging more into flawless out of creations, like putting that money out there for the males, big money out there for the males first. We went out a ton of hatchlings, exactly the genes we wanted to work with. After we accumulated that collection of hatchlings, we started going out with a budget on buying breeders, which got us into the game early last year. First year producing 43 clutches, sticking to the business plan. We wanted to basically bring an income, 50,000 first year. We beat that, which was an accomplishment, but we just scaling up every single year. And I mean, it's scary. I mean, we got I know Jen, she likes orange. We have a male from Ozzy that we grew up. I mean, he arrived at 90 grams, a new breeder, new keeper, $14,000. And I'm like, not wanting to eat. And now he's 1,300 grams. He's
okay.
super inchy, orange dream, leopard, hypo, 66% het ultra male, and he's het for ultra male. So that was a major win. Major loss last year. We ended up making up for imported directly from Roland. Stranger double head clown puzzle. He came in. He was awesome. 600 grams. Came down one day and he was belly up. That was 14. And another snake. It rolling up. He had a sibling clutch mate. Wasn't really a big fan of pastel. Having to get that pastel male, same male, pastel stranger double head. That male now 1,400 grams, breeding like a rock star. So you just gotta take your mix, you know, where they come, and just never give up, keep striving forward. So knowing what we know from Flawless Crested Gecko, it kind of set us up, I guess, to go in the right direction. Now we're just learning, building relationships, networking, and pushing the business further. But definitely go all in if you're choosing to do so on your males.
I respect that. What you want to say, Prophecy?
I just want to say, I'm gonna be real. I didn't know shit before I met Jason. I knew a lot of book and like research and online stuff. Like I could tell you the genes and whatnot, but when I met Jason, like it was like, how I say it, like I would tell him like, well, you could do this. He'd be like, no, that's bullshit.
Somebody else already did that. You got to think bigger than that.
I mean, he telling you the truth, though. I mean, like, hey,
Someone tell me the things he liked that he saw that he wanted to make.
Exactly. Like you got to look at it like, what can I add to that? And essentially, I restructured my whole projects based off of it because I just wanted to make Batmans and stuff when I first met Amos. Now I'm making Blackhead, GHI, HRA, Stranger, Posthead Clown stuff, and Banana GH. No, because when I went to Tinley and I saw Jason's Banana Stranger Clowns the same day with Eddie, we pulled out the male that we were pairing to our Enchi Corglow clown female and threw the GHI Stranger right in there. It was just like damn, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like I needed somebody that could be not cater to what I like, not cater to what I thought, but just like gave me an unbiased opinion. And that's kind of what Jason did, is give me an unbiased, like real talk opinion. It changed my mindset about everything, really. So yeah.
What about you, James?
Yeah, I probably would have not went with as much recessives because my collection's pretty small. So I'll probably would have stayed with 3 recessives instead of just hopping everywhere. I was just buying whatever I like, you know, like I was just buying whatever I like. I was impatient till I bought a Clownhead Desert Ghost female, right? Like my second snake was her, and then she still hasn't bred since till now, you know, like.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's not guaranteed, so I can't really be mad. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Jen?
I 8 months in, I feel like I did okay. Like I could have done a lot worse. There's probably maybe 5 or 6 animals that I have that I might not have bought, but then something will come up. Like I'll be like, why do I have this snake? And then something will come up and it'll be like, oh crap, that's going to go perfect with this snake that I was just now questioning why I bought it like 2 weeks ago. So you know, I'm in like 5 recessives, but I really almost consider one of my projects like a triple het group where it's clown, hypo, and ultramel, and different codoms mixed in. And some I've got a couple triple het, you know, I've got like it's like visual for one, double het for the other 2. I've got at least 3 or 4 males that are like that in that group, and then a lot of my females are, you know, het for one of the 3. Whether it's hypo or their visuals. Like almost all my hypos are visuals because hypo was pretty cheap and it was pretty and I liked it. So I kind of I basically made like hypo the hub of that project. So it starts with like ultramale hypo clown, hypo this, and then it branches out to like the triples. So I set myself up there pretty okay. And then I got into clown because the very first snake I ever bought was a super orange dream fire pus het pied. But when I shed tested him, he came back het clown and no pied. And so I was like, well, I guess we're doing pied now, or I guess we're doing clown now. But then I was kind of sad that he wasn't pied. So I started a little side hypo ultramel pied project. But then there's the hypo again at the hub of that project. And then I have Sunset. And we're probably gonna go hypo with Sunset. So that's where I'm at with stuff. And at about 48 snakes at this point.
Nice.
And I probably have, and I only have 2 proven breeders because most of everything I bought was either a hatchling, a yearling, and then I have 2 proven breeders. I have my pied female that's paired up with my GHI Ultramel right now. And then I have a pinstripe confusion that I might throw the Ultramel GHI to as well and make crazy poor man's monsoons that are Ultramel and do some fun stuff that way. So it's almost like coming in fresh as the industry is changing, as genetic testing is coming out, and as people are looking to, well, what can I make that's new and interesting? I feel like I got to start with a clean slate, which already also kind of gives me a leg up because I'm not, you know, dragged down by anything that I could have done before. Just pay attention to what's going on around you and pivot where you can in the most cost-effective way. Would I think be my strategy?
Gotcha.
Hey DJ, I gotta hop off for.
You good, bro? I appreciate you popping in, Brody.
Yo, Jesus came in the game strong though. Like Jesus came in. Yo.
If I'm about to Jesus, you next to answer that question.
No, I mean I did some mistakes when I first started at the beginning of last year. Bought a lot of snakes. Didn't know which direction to go. Thankfully, I have Greg from Rippin' Reptiles. I have Wiz, and a bunch of other people that I can bounce off ideas and then consolidate what I do have and then sell what I don't need and get rid of it and just focus on the 5 recessives that I like. 6.
Yes, you said that's it?
Yeah, no, I said I have 6 recessives that I like: Ultramel, Orange Ghost, Clown, DG, Hypo, Blue Ghost, Pied.
See, that's my thing. I just feel like it's just so much. It's so much. There's so many different ways you can go with the hobby, and it's so hard to just choose one, 2 or 3 specific things to like always follow. It's just so hard to do that, and I don't know. I just feel like yeah, you want to make a name for yourself by doing a specific project. You know what I'm saying? Like how Jason got the Stranger thing. Like, you know, Jason is known for, like, we know you for Strangers, Ashes, stuff like that. You know, so even with the banana situation and all that. But like me here, like when I first got into, well, I didn't even say first got into it, but like when I recently started hearing a lot about Stranger, the first person that I've been hearing name is out there with Jason. You know what I'm saying? So like I understand like having projects that you work specifically to cater, I guess, to your brand, but at the same time, it's like, damn, how do I just say no? I can't necessarily go this way, or I can't do this right now. I gotta stick with this. That's like my issue. You know what I'm saying? So like currently,
Stranger's really just a new thing for the last 4 years that I've been known for. Before that, it was more multi-recessive. stuff.
Okay.
And it was because I made a hard decision to get more multi-recessive stuff, because after 2014, I had none. So I didn't want to start with single gene recessives all of a sudden. So I started with trying to get doubles that could go together to make quad hets or quad things. And I talked to a lot of people that are scared to make quad hets because the odds are too long. But
I was about so if you like, let's say like, you know, me, Jen, like some of us that are first, second, third year breeders or whatever, what advice would you give us coming into, like, especially with the state of the market now, like what would you give us for advice?
I mean, if you're raising up females, make sure they're powerful, make sure they have enough stuff in them that you can go different directions with them, that they're not just one. It really sucks raising a female up for 3, 4, 5 years, finally getting a clutch from her and feeling like you got to move her out because she's old news and there's so much better stuff coming. A few years ago, I made a rule for myself that if I'm going to hold back a female, it's got to have at least 2 recessives and at least 4 mutant alleles. So it can have a double het with 2 codoms. It could be a visual recessive het with a codom. It could be a double recessive, or it could be better than those, but it's got to have at least a couple recessives in it. It can have hets, but then it's got to have some codoms. So if I need to pivot with that girl later, she can go different directions. Even if something in the combo falls out of favor, I can still use her with this or still use her with that.
For that, because we kind of wrote that in our business plan. You know, like minimum codoms if it doesn't have a recessive, whether it's hets or visual, and it's just incomplete dominance. Like we have a minimum 4 incomplete dominance unless it's a newer gene.
Yeah, that's the only time it changes my rule. If there's a brand new gene like Stranger was, then I did keep back some Stranger het clowns or some Stranger possible triple hets or stuff like that. But that's just going to lead to more better holdbacks, and some of those girls will get replaced after a clutch or 2.
Yeah, we did a kind of advisory video on that because especially us, we needed to know that we were going in the right direction, because some snakes, you know, for pet keepers where they may not be necessarily visually pleasing, I get not going down that avenue, but as a breeder and knowing some of the genes and how they can help your collection, sometimes it's nice to have those visually muddied up snakes to kind of start with and diversify it. Like, you know, go with the double visual male, whether it's a DG clown or ultra male pod or whatever it may be, and now you take it to a 7 gene female, and now you can make all your double hets.
Yeah, and that's similar to what I did. I made the world's first GHI Mystics, and I bred her to the Exanthic clown one year, and that was held those babies back. Same combo, double head Exanthic clowns, and that's what made the cyborg later. With 5 pieces. A lot of these projects I'm doing, I made original combos, and then I bred multi-recessives to them, and then you finally get to actually making the projects you want to. Sometimes it's 3 generations, 4 generations before you're actually getting somewhere more visual than you were before. I'm making snakes that look just like the world's first snakes I made a few years ago, but they're all double head, triple head things for the future.
It sounds kind of like how I ended up getting into Sunset. I had picked up a couple of Bongo girls because I really wanted to work with Bongo, but they were like, Bongo does weird stuff when you layer too many codoms into it. Like it becomes almost impossible to tell what's actually in it. Like the 2 that I have, it's like GHI, Mojave, Pinstripe, Bongo, possible ODYB, and another one's like yellow belly calico, cinnamon, pastel, like this just laundry list of of stuff.
Yeah, those combos are fun by themselves, even without Bongo.
I know they're fun, and then Bongo comes in and is like wiping stuff around and muddying it all up and speckling everything, which is fun and cool. But now it's like, okay, well, now what's actually in this girl? And so part of why I got into Sunset was, well, I'll get a Sunset male and I'll shake her out with that. So whatever falls out at Sunset, someone's bound to want it.
Mm-hmm.
That was my theory there. And then the other male I'm going to put to one of those other, I call them my Oops All Berries bongos, you know, like the Captain Crunch cereal. It's like the Oops All Jeans bongos. The other thing I'm going to put with them, I think, is my Hypo Clown, Granite Hypo Clown male. So everything will come out double het. So it'll come out het Sunset or double het Hypo Clown. Or I could put, there's a few different ways I could go with them. And once I figure out what's all in them, then they'll be more useful, right? I'll know exactly what I want to put to them and what I'm trying to get out of them. But for the shakeout, it's like, okay, I just don't want to add any more incomplete dominant genes to either of them. I need to shake them out with some recessive boys that just don't have anything else going on. So just so I can shake them out.
Yeah, another thing for people starting out is try to get the snake you want and try not to get the genes you don't want in it. Even if it's a better deal, trying to get stuff you have to breed out, especially super versions of stuff, genes you don't really want in your combos. It takes so long to get rid of that and breed it out. And if it's a gene that like Spider or something, even Pastel at times, that will actually decrease the value, it's not worth selling good stuff with genes that people don't want and happen to sell them cheaper. You'll lose more money in the long run taking that snake than just getting a clean version of what you really wanted.
That makes sense. I definitely think that makes a lot of sense. That was some good advice. So we are at the 2-hour mark for the show, and I don't want to keep y'all too long. I know it is a Tuesday, a school night for some folks. And some folks
I gotta eat dinner.
Exactly.
I'm hungry.
So, in conclusion with tonight's episode, I definitely appreciate everybody coming on, showing love, definitely representing for the Stranger Cast. Everybody, Jason, you showed out. We definitely have a better idea of what Stranger is. And I definitely be hitting you up as well as Flawless, because I definitely like that puzzle. I definitely be hitting y'all up, man, especially when it comes to getting into the Stranger project or whatever the case may be. But let everybody know. I want all y'all to let everybody know where they can find you at, how they can get in contact with you, and all that good stuff before I run the outro. You can start. Go ahead, Jen. Let them know. Go ahead.
Thing. Yeah, Hi-Vis Pythons on Instagram. There's underscores, hi_Viz_Pythons. That's really the best way to get a hold of me.
Cool. Jason.
Yeah. Amos Reptiles on Instagram or Facebook.
Flawless. I know where you're going.
Yeah, Flawless Exotic Creations. It's gonna be on Instagram, Facebook as well, a little bit everywhere.
I don't know what Jesus just ran off, so he probably had to go put his kids to bed. So go ahead, Johnny, let them know.
You can find me at artist_pythons, IG. Yep.
And of course, you can find your boy at Royal Caribbean Exotics. I am DJ. I am your host. This has been Off the Plank Podcast, the Stranger Edition. Like I said, the Stranger Edition. They definitely showed out tonight, man. I definitely appreciate everybody in the chat showing love. We're gonna kick it like that. It is. Y'all stay back real quick. Let me run these credits. I just want to holler at y'all one more time. I'll tell y'all thanks for everything that y'all did. All right. So you miss it. Boom. 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 Boom.